It's Jason from drpremed.com, and I want to talk to you guys about preparing for your personal statement that you're going to need to get into medical school. And the one thing you need to realize is that your personal statement is really your only chance to make a case of why you should be admitted to medical school, because by the time you're applying to medical school, you got to think about two things. First, your GPA is pretty much set in stone at this point, and secondly, you have the MCAT. Most likely you've already taken that exam, or you have a score that's pretty much not going to change because most people just come in at a certain academic level in regards to that. So you really want to take your personal statement seriously, because it's a way to really stand out against everybody else who's applying to medical school. So I want you to keep that in mind. I also want to talk about what a lot of students are doing who are struggling writing your personal statement, because the prompt's very vague, it's very open. You basically have 5,300 characters to make the case of why medicine, why medical school, and why you, and there's not a lot of information given with that. And what I find a lot of students doing is they want to turn to online, Google, Reddit, Student Doctor Network, different types of forums, and reach out to random strangers for advice on how to write a personal statement, what to put in it, or even ask for feedback on their personal statement that they wrote, or exchange essays with others, thinking that if they have somebody else who's going through the process as well as them, that's going to help with the writing of their personal statement. That's not the way you want to go. That's just like they say, medicine's part art, part science. So is the writing of your personal statement. You need to know what the goal of the personal statement is and how you're going to come across to a complete stranger who doesn't know you, and it's going to be making a decision whether they want to grant you a medical school interview based not only on your numbers but what you tell them in your personal statement. So that's something that you really need to take seriously, not play around with, because people do get admitted or rejected from medical school based on their personal statement. And here's what I want you guys to think about. Most of you, it's your first time writing a personal statement to get into medical school. And if it's your second time, that means you didn't do it correctly the first time. So you're both in the same category of you do not know what you're doing when it comes to your personal statement. Now I want to use a little analogy, a little bit of story to figure that out. So let's say you don't know how to swim, and you go to the bookstore, Amazon or something, and you buy a book on swimming. So you read the book. It tells you all the different types of strokes that you can do in the water. It tells you how to hold your breath. It tells you some exercises to do before you get in the water. Now, after reading that book, you read it, you took notes on it, you memorized those notes. And if you never swam before, do you think that you're qualified to be a swimmer? Or would you even trust somebody throwing you in the water just because you read the book and you know all the strokes and how to hold your breath underwater? Absolutely not. That does not make you qualified to be able to swim. The same thing if you want to use an analogy of riding a bike. If you read a book that showed you how to pedal, they gave you the theory of how you balance yourself on a bike, they went over a little bit of physics, you read that, that does not make you qualified to ride a bike. You probably wouldn't even trust yourself to ride a bike if you just read a book on it or read a book on how to swim. You would want a swimming instructor, you would want somebody to teach you how to ride a bike, and that's the same type of idea you need to have when it comes to your personal statement for medical school. Yes, there's things online that can kind of help you get started a little bit, but it's not going to take you to that level of expertise. It's not going to get you where you need to be, which is a medical school acceptance or medical school interview. You need somebody who's been there, done that, who's been down this journey, who's already where you want to get. It can help you get there. And so if that's something that you think would be beneficial to you, or you know you absolutely need on your journey to make sure you're a competitive applicant to medical school, I strongly, highly encourage you to reach out to me in regards to assistance with your medical school personal statement, your medical school essay, and I can really help you dig in there, Find your unique, compelling, personal story that's going to resonate with a reader. It's going to help you stand out from the crowd and really put you on the top of the pile where AdComs take a look at your essay and go, wow, we really like this applicant. We only have a limited number of interview invitations that we can get, that we can send out. But based on what I read, based on the other portions of this applicant's application, this is somebody we definitely want to bring in and meet in person. So if that's something that you think would be beneficial to you, you know it's going to get you to your white coat and stethoscope. You need to really contact me to help you get across the finish line and help you get into medical school, because I've been doing this for years. And all the students I work with, we go line by line through their personal statements. We pick out topics. We pick out unique stories. We pick out compelling openings. We have structure our closing to the essay that's very, very compelling. And when you put all of that together, it's like making a blockbuster summer movie script that you have that somebody's going to read and like, wow, we got to see this. We want to watch this or read this personal statement, meet this applicant. And I'm willing to do that for you. I only work with serious applicants, have a strong chance of getting into medical school. So you need to be willing to work. You need to be ready to write. But what we put together is going to change your life. It's going to get you into medical school. It's going to help you realize your dreams. And so if you have no clue how to get started, or you've already been through the writing process and it's just not been going well for you, then I can help you take things to the next level. You'll have structured guidance, advice from somebody who does this all the time and works with students of all types of backgrounds, all types of stories or factors about themselves. And at the end of the day, you will retain your voice. You will retain your unique story. Whatever that you want to convey to the medical school admissions office will be done, but it will be done substantially better than what you even dreamed or thought possible, because that's what I do. That's my superpower, is making transformations on essays to ones that become, holy heck, we got to meet this person. Let's bring them in because you blew us away with your medical school personal statement. Again, this is Jason of drpremed.com. So if you have questions, have concerns, reach out to me at drpremed.com, and I look forward to helping you write your way to medical school and beyond.